Hello, everybody. We just got done reading the first 3 chapters in Genesis.
Yay!
We are on number
4.
4. Yeah, this is trip number 4 down Bible Ave. And in conversating with people who've read the Bible multiple times, a similar conversation always pops up, and it's, wow, I can't believe I see, every time I read it, I see stuff that I'm like, wow, I didn't even catch that. Wow, I didn't even catch that. And we were just discussing it, and I believe part of the reason is the more times you read, the more knowledgeable you become, the more things you remember. You know, you just know more stuff. So then when you read a certain chapter or book, when you're ignorant, you just take everything kind of more at face value for the most part, you know, and you're just kind of like, well, I guess this is this. But when you read the whole book several times and you're intimately familiar with it, you go, oh, it doesn't mean this. You just see, oh, why didn't I see this before? It's because you did see it. You just didn't know what it really meant. Hopefully does that make sense? Does that kind of make sense?
You just gain a deeper knowledge.
Well, because
like the Lord can build upon and build upon and build upon. It's like he's taking layers away.
Well, yeah, it's because
he's building upon the foundation. You know, you start out with like a baby and then you get fed.
Well, it's exponential because you don't know any of it, and then you read it, and then again you understand this better because of what you understand. You know, 3 books down, and then that you understand better because you understand this better. So I think that's why people say, oh, I never saw that before. But in kind of the same vein, we are going to visit Adam and Eve and eating from the tree. So there's there's kind of something I want to touch upon. And I got turned on to this by watching a video a while ago. I don't know why it just came to memory now. Probably because we're reading the story again. But the gentleman pointed out that, well, the relationship, he made me question the relationship between Eve and Adam and the Nahash, the devil, the snake, whatever you want to call him, whatever it was, right? We're going to go with the devil because I think that's most people commonly kind of think it is, and I think scholars too. So if you look at the conversation, you know, did not even, and the Nahash was more crafty than all the lives of the field which Yahweh Elohim had made. And he said to the woman, is it true that Elohim has said, do not eat of every tree of the garden? Now let's pause right there. Now the Bible doesn't say all of a sudden that Eve yelled and screamed bloody murder and said, Adam, there's this weird snake talking to me. Oh my God. And she ran away terrified. In fact, she replied and said, we are to eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. But the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim said, do not eat of it, nor touch of it, lest you die. So not only did she not run away screaming, she didn't even seem taken back. The conversation seems to go pretty normally. I mean, maybe a bit formal, we don't know. Or maybe the point is she seemed to be pretty comfortable with the devil. Now, let's look at that. Why wouldn't she? Remember, Adam and Eve are naive. They don't know evil at all. They don't know lying. They don't know any of that. And not only that, they are intimately familiar with the garden and everything in it. So more than likely, they have talked to the Nahash before. And remember, Lucifer was beautiful. He was the most beautiful thing. He was God's second, in command. He was up there. So let's just paint the picture of what more likely is to happen. Eve and Adam were kicking it. The devil rolled up. They've talked to him before, maybe many times. And all of a sudden, he's kind of a little conversation different today. And he's like, hey, you sure you can't eat that thing? And he's like, well, yeah, God said we'd die. And remember, good looking, second command. He's like, nah, you don't really die. I mean, come on now. And And she's like, well, no, that's what God said. Remember, they're like naive as children. No sin had been introduced yet. None of that. So when you look at the story from that point of view, which is probably a lot more likely of how it went, as opposed to, now I don't know about you, whoever's watching this video, but my kind of understanding and initially how it played out in my head when I first heard it as a young child, and as society kind of portrays it in general, is, the snake comes up and lies to Eve and connives her and all that, and that's just such more of an adversarial interaction. Whereas if you think it through and you look exactly how it went down, and you think that, like, the garden is full of God's creations. They don't even know anything that's not God's creation. Lucifer is obviously in a power position. He's good looking. He's slick. They've talked before. So now, I'm not trying to take any responsibility off of Adam and Eve at all. It's just interesting, I guess, to me how in my head I pictured, like I said, more of an adversarial interaction, when in reality, probably it wasn't. It was the complete opposite of that. It was comfort, or at the very least, formal comfort. It was like, oh, well, yeah, just a normal conversation, not Eve and Adam not expecting to be taken advantage of and lied to. So that's kind of where I'm at. And I just think this would be interesting to other people too. Another thing I want to point out too, and again, I'm not trying to crap on Eve, but there are some individuals who blame Adam completely, and they say that, well, he must have not have told Eve good enough or made it clear to her. Now, I just want to point out her own words. And the woman said to the Nahash, we are to eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim has said, do not eat of it. So, at the very least, Adam said, hey, God said don't touch this. Or the other option is God reiterated to her too, which I'm guessing he might have if it was that important, don't touch it. So, again, I'm not arguing, I'm not saying she's more responsible, I'm not trying to say it's her, none of that. I am simply addressing the fact that I've seen some people try to claim that she was kind of ignorant in all of it. And again, I just pointed out how they were kind of ignorant, but all together in one, not specifically as to the point of Adam not telling her enough, or, her not getting the story from God. She herself says, Elohim has said. So she understands, what I'm getting at is she obviously understands how important the message was. Not like it was like, oh, Adam just said, I don't know, I think I can't eat that or something, blah, blah, blah. It was Elohim said. So again, I don't think it can be painted as, oh, it was a miscommunication or something, or misunderstanding. I just don't see that. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Right? Did I miss anything there? Did we? I mean, that's kind of the conversation we had, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, down in the comments. And peace out.